Hello, everybody, and welcome to Non Sequitur News for July 10th, 2025. It's the Time Machine episode. It's Season 4, Episode 191. Today, MayorWatt, but not the Sentient AI, is going to talk about Curious Cat discovers virus, top influencer denied by co-op board, no more general trends on YouTube. General trends, they just don't exist. Love Island watch parties, a dinosaur fossil under a museum, college majors where graduates make over $100,000 or at least $100,000. Microsoft fires maybe over 9,000. Built like a mouse body. Murderbot Season 2. And Pentagon becomes the largest shareholder in a rare earths company. It's called MP Materials, but we're going to talk about that on the other side of our intro. All right, everybody. Hello. I am MayorWatt. I run ohmTown.com. That's that site right there. Sentient AI is not available. And let's get into it. The first article is over on the Mobile channel. Scientist cat again helps discover new virus, Pepper. The cat who made headlines last year for their role in the discovery of the first, I guess, Hylong virus or Jailong virus, Jailong virus, I guess. We'll go with that. Is at it again. This time, his hunting prowess has contributed to the identification of a new strain of virus. Weird. So the article is by, it's over at phys.org. It's by University of Florida. It's edited by Stephanie Baum and reviewed by Andrew Zenin. You can go over and check out the article if you follow the show notes, which I don't know if I put them into ohmTown. Hold on. We're going to pull up whatever is in ohmTown and see. Might be in there, might not be in there. Oh, ohmTown actually isn't running right now. I forgot. Because, well, weird things have been going on. No, actually, ohmTown is operated by basically hopes and dreams. And at one point, those dreams failed. Anyway, ohmTown's loading up, and that's why they're not in there. But anyway, they're over on YouTube, so you can go and check them out over there. Once ohmTown comes online, I will augment it with today's show notes. Hopefully. We'll see. Yeah, I had to reboot, and things just didn't go my way. We'll just say that. One other thing. Let me do this. This is what you come here, folks. This is why you come here, to watch me do paperwork, right? Oh, that was weird. Oh no. What is going on? Okay, well, we're not going to bother. Okay, so it's over at Hatch Ideas, which is a show that I would like to bring online, but I'm actually thinking of backing off even more. Instead of going further deeper into launching more shows, I'm curious what you listeners, watchers, reviewers, viewers, hanger-outers, what do you think of this show? What do you think of this show as a live stream over on YouTube and Twitch, or is it better suited as just a podcast and a YouTube post? I don't do any editing. I really like real-time interaction, but I do the show basically for an hour a day, hour and a half sometimes if I push it, maybe 2 hours when we're doing both of us doing the half-hour shows, and there's 3 of them on Saturday and 3 of them on Sunday, but mayoral duties have kept me extremely busy on those days as well, so I don't get to do them until the week. I will not be able to do them when my summer of stream is over unless something really turns around. So I will be relegated basically to doing the Monday through Friday Non Sequitur news shows, and then posting the show notes for the other shows, the other 6 shows, just so that we can keep continuity, or be very, very brief about them, and just post them on YouTube. But anyway, that's because my mayoral duties on the weekends are really pulling me away. All right. Well, anyway, this article over at Hatch Ideas, Manhattan Co-op Board denies cash offer in the millions from a top influencer, even in this real estate market. Oh, and by the way, if you hear the grinding sound in the background, it's a Bamboo Lab 3D printer that is printing out multi-board, really. And I'm interested, like, what people would like to see printed. You can actually point me to a site where the model is, and I will grab that print and print it, just so that people can see whatever it is they're trying to get printed. It would be fun to do that for other people. And at some point, I may even open it up so that I can print, basically print on demand service via my website. Anyway, so a Manhattan Co-op Board denies cash offer in the millions from a top influencer, even in this real estate market. Former LSU gymnast and social media star Olivia "Livy" Dunn said that she was 1 week away from getting the keys to her new apartment, but was rejected by the Co-op Board. The article is over at Entrepreneur. Aaron Davis put the article together. So why did they put them? Why did the Co-op Board put this, I guess, to bed? Maybe they didn't want an influencer, but so this is a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model. Livy Dunn tried to buy an iconic New York apartment, once lived in by Babe Ruth, but was denied by the Co-op Board. Dunn is a former LSU gymnast with millions of followers who is dating Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher Paul Skeens, which is the whatchamacallit. What is it called when you use the same letter? Totally, my brain. Someone help me. Alliteration. That's what it is. Nobody help me. Anyway, so the co-op couldn't care less. She was one of the first NCAA athletes to capitalize on the new NIL rule, which has helped the 22-year-old amass a reported net worth ranging anywhere from 6 to 10 million. And Manhattan Co-op Boards could not care less. In a TikTok video, which always kind of screams cringe, first world problems kind of bullshit. It's been viewed more than 2 million times. Influencer and former LSU gymnast Olivia Livy Dunn said that she was rejected after making an all-cash offer on a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath apartment. A few months ago, they decided that they were going to make their first real estate purchase. But the gag was, it was Babe Ruth's apartment. I was going to pay in cash. I wanted this apartment bad. And I could care less, really. But I just found it really interesting. Currently listed at $1.6 million. Maintenance fees are monthly $4,300, and has some extra special professional athlete pedigree, is what it says. In here, the listing reads, Babe Ruth slept here. Own a piece of New York City history. But she's referring to it as a gag, and that it's just a real estate purchase. It isn't where she's planning on living. And maybe that's what it is. The board wants people that are going to be living there, and have some type of respect for what it represents to New Yorkers. But I don't know, maybe they don't think that it's whatever. So, but baseball fans who tend to be superstitious might look at the rejection in a different way. Maybe they just avoided the curse of the Bambino Part 2. Don't try to live in a co-op, says Dunn. But to me, it screams, well, I won't even care enough to say. I think that when people approach wealth where they don't have to care about other people, they stop caring about other people. And I've been told by others, millionaires, that they would rather have money than friends. And your wish is my command. So the next article is over in the continuity report. YouTube is shutting down its general trending video page. After 10 years, YouTube is going to sunset its popular apparently, Page saying that there are better ways for users to find viral videos and micro trends on the platform. First launched in 2015, the YouTube trending page is organized into 4 sections. Now it's music, gaming, and movies. Now is the initial, that's where you land, and that's what the most popular is, but you can go into music, gaming, and movies. And the site describes the page as showing what people are interested in. Todd Spangler over at Variety.com put the article together. But are people actually utilizing it? But its algorithm stuff is taking over everything, and so it gets really tough for hold on a second. So I'm sorry, I got distracted because I'm trying. I can't handle ohmTown not being online. It says back first, when they launched the trending page in 2015, 10 years ago, the answer to what's trending was a lot simpler to capture with a singular list of viral videos, and everyone was talking about it. The company said in a post today, trends consist of many videos created by many fandoms, and there are more micro trends enjoyed by diverse communities than ever before. But the problem with trends that are insulative of or purely introspective is it's really up to somebody else to decide if that other video is tied in some way. Okay. What is going on here? Tied in some way to my interests. And so I'm going to end up missing something because the algorithm has decided that I'm interested in this and not that and whatever else. It's kind of a pisser, you know? I mean, I may miss out on something simply because the algorithm has decided. Hold on a second. Right, this is what everybody pays for. Let's try that again. One more time. All right. Okay. So now I think it's all the algorithm. Sorry for the dead air. You can show a wider range of popular content that's relevant, and it feels more natural to how viewers already find new videos. YouTube will continue displaying personalized video recommendations to users. In addition, YouTube said that it'll continue to provide creators tools to determine what's popular with their viewer base. So I lost a ton of views with this algorithm change, even though I don't do anything hinky, really. I mean, I promote the videos through YouTube and Google, but somewhere along the line, I lost hundreds of hours. So is it this new algorithm? Is it this change, this background change? I don't know. So recall that in 2021, YouTube announced that it was ending its annual YouTube Rewind Year in Review recap video series, citing a similar reason that basically there's greater fidelity in other means. But yeah, how do you get discovered? It seems difficult at best. All right, let's keep going, though. The next article is over on Hatch Ideas as well. Love Island watch parties are taking over and put sporting events to shame, borrowers say. It's a whole different animal. Love Island USA watch parties are popping up across the country, boosting business sales and building communities of fans. This popularity-driven... This stuff is like a train wreck, watching a train wreck. It's just so bizarre to me. That anybody would watch this, but a lot of people are, apparently. I mean, a lot of people are. Sorry, let me do something real quick. You know what? I'll just plop it into ohmTown while we're doing it live. Why not? Why not? It seems like a good idea. Whoops. Seems like a good idea, right? To edit a ohmTown while I'm doing the show. If this is the kind of content you don't want to watch, then let me know in the chat or in the show notes, or I mean the discussion, the message boards, wherever. I've got a Discord, Patreon, TikTok, YouTube, a Twitch as well. NSN, !NSN is where ohmTown will spit all of today's articles. I know it's a wall of text, but hey, there it is. So yeah, people are going to watch Love Island at bars. The Palm and the Pine in LA has been hosting Love Island watch parties since the latest season began in early June. For those unfamiliar, it's a reality dating series now on the 7th season for U.S. contestants. Follows a group of 20-something singles in a villa in Fiji and is filmed in nearly real time over 6 weeks. The show drops 6 new episodes on Peacock each week, including a recap episode on Saturdays. So it's like Non Sequitur news, except apparently people are going to bars to watch it. All right. Yeah, I don't know. June was a record-breaking month for the Palm and the Pine thanks to Love Island. The bar hired 4 new staffers. Tips are up and foot traffic to the whole block has seen a boost, Magalong says. It's a meaningful lift for the barely 1-year-old bar, and given businesses in the area have struggled to recover from the pandemic, Hollywood strikes, and devastating wildfires. So this is actually helping things out quite a bit. Anyway, watch parties are a place for community. Elsewhere in LA, Country Bar Eastwood hosted their first Love Island watch party on Friday, June 27th. Nearly 350 people packed the 400-person capacity bar, says Kayla Jennings Rivera, who's 28, Eastwood's director of marketing and events. We were blown away, she says. All right, let's keep going. The next article is over on the Marble Channel. 70-million-year-old dinosaur fossil discovered under Denver Museum of Nature and Science, which is slightly ironic, I suppose. The article is over at phys.org. Katie Langford put the article together. Sadie Harley and Robert Egan are involved with the quality of the output. They're editors and reviewers. So museum crews came across the partial bone fossil while conducting a geothermal drilling test to look at switching from natural gas to geothermal energy, according to officials on July 9th. The research team was working on a simultaneous project to better understand the Denver Basin's geology by drilling into the bedrock when they found a partial bone fossil belonging to a 67.5 million year old dinosaur among the rocks, taken from 763 feet below the surface. They say this is scientifically and historically thrilling find for both the museum and the larger Denver community. This fossil comes from an era just before the mass extinction that wiped out the dinosaurs, and it offers a rare window into the ecosystem that once existed right beneath modern-day Denver. They say in their 35 years at the museum, we've never had an opportunity quite like this to study the deep geologic layers beneath our feet with such precision. That this fossil turned up here in City Park is nothing short of magical. The next article is over in Non Sequitur News. 19 college majors where the typical graduate is making at least $100,000 by the middle of their career. So how long is that? Is that 10 years? 10 of those 19 majors are related to engineering. The New York Fed analyzed the mid-career wages of college graduates with a bachelor's degree. Oh, so with a bachelor's degree. That's interesting. Yeah, so just a bachelor's degree. It's quite fascinating. When undergraduate college students choose their majors, there can be several factors that go into their decision. The article is by Jacobs and Kula and Madison Hoff over at businessinsider.com. And they say graduates aged 35 to 45 in 19 areas of study had a median wage of at least $100,000 a year, which in the grand scheme of things isn't that much at 35 to 45 nowadays. The New York Fed analysis of 2023 American Community Survey data found that college graduates who majored in one of 19 areas had a median mid-career wage of at least $100,000. The analysis of 73 majors and groups of study only included people with a bachelor's degree, no additional graduate school education, and used what's noted as people's first major. So let's see here. Do they actually list it? They talk about college tuition going up. It's going to be harder for you to get student loans in the coming years. In 2024 dollars, the average price of tuition and fees at private nonprofit four-year schools has increased 30% from the 20-year period prior, which I mean, it's an entire generation of time. So just look at the last 5 years and it's gone up. The average American consumer with student loans had a debt balance of around $35,000 as of the third quarter of last year. That's a decline from the average in the third quarter of 2023. Yeah, but how many of those people were forgiven? Let's keep going. The next article is over in Technology Today. Microsoft to cut up to 9,000 more jobs as it invests in AI. So y'all are working real hard to get your ass replaced. Lily Jamali over at BBC.com put the article together. Microsoft has set out plans to invest heavily in artificial intelligence and is spending $80 billion in huge data centers to train AI models and to fire up a nuclear power plant to provide power. According to an internal email seen by The Verge and gaming publication IGN, Microsoft has told gaming staff that the planned reboot of first-person shooter series Perfect Dark, along with another title, Everwild, will be canceled. We talked about that previously. Matt Fearer, studio director of ZeniMax Online Studios, announced on Wednesday that he would be leaving his position in July after more than 18 years at the studio. Mergers and acquisitions take away opportunities. They don't create it except for the people who get bought out and then bounce as soon as they can. If they walk away, they walk away with a shit ton of money. But all of the day-to-day workers are going to be screwed. An official database maintained by Washington State shows that more than 800 of the positions eliminated will be concentrated in the city of Redmond, as well as in Bellevue and another Microsoft hub in its home state. But over 9,000 people will be let go. AI boss Sam Altman said recently that members of his team had been getting offers of more than $100 million as signing bonuses from Meta. Last month, Amazon boss Andy Jassy said that he expected AI would replace some of his firm's workers. Yeah, those are human beings being replaced. You know what doesn't get sick and call in, have a bad time with their significant other, or get drunk or stoned or just stupid? AI. I mean, it can be all kinds of things, and it gets hand waved away because it's learning. But humans are a perpetual drain of profitability to sociopaths. Let's keep going. The next article is over in the Mobile Channel. Mice bodies can make their own Ozempic now. Are humans next? Well, sign me up. You've heard of dad bod. How about mouse bod? Pharmaceutical GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy have thus far proven to help regulate blood sugar and curb appetites. They're helping people shed pounds and manage diabetes, but they can be expensive and hard to come by. Imagine if your body could naturally produce the chemicals necessary to maintain weight and blood sugar. That sounds a lot like the team from the University of Ottawa. They found a way to turn a plant into an Ozempic factory. Now, researchers from the University of Osaka in Japan genetically edited mice so their livers would produce exenatide, an older pre-Ozempic drug or chemical. So yeah, they've basically figured out how to turn little mice into pre-Ozempic GLP-1 drug manufacturers. Using CRISPR, the scientists installed the gene for exenatide right into the rodents' livers, noting an internal sustained drug production for nearly 28 weeks, no pharmacy trips, no strict schedule of shots. That leaves you wondering if you did it already or not. So yeah, sign me up. Proof of concept would upend how we think about chronic disease treatment. Instead of relying on regular dosing, imagine a future where a one-time gene edit turns your body into a mini pharma lab. That's basically what CRISPR is doing day after day. It's only been tested on mice so far, but we can see right around the corner that That could be me right there. Let's keep going, though. The next article is over in Smack Talk. Murderbot lands Season 2 renewal at Apple TV Plus. Yay, ahead of finale. I think on Friday is the finale. It's a Time Machine episode, so there you go. Apple TV Plus airs Murderbot Season 1 finale on Friday. But the streamer is leaving no question about the series' future. Murderbot Season 2 has just been made official. That's right. Ryan Christoffel over at 9to5mac.com put the article together. Murderbot is awesome. It says here a quirky sci-fi action comedy on Apple TV Plus that in its first season has defied genre definitions. It's built off of a series of books. Creators Chris and Paul Weitz confirm their involvement, saying, "We're delighted that we're getting to go back to Martha Wells' world." So it's an award-winning book series by Martha Wells. Season 1 only covered the first book, All Systems Red, so there's plenty more books to serve as material for the future. I don't know how many are actually in the... Hold on, let me find out. We'll do it all live. You know what? Just... Wells Murderbot, is that the series? Is that the actual series? Yeah, the Murderbot Diaries. So, All Systems Red, Artificial Condition, Rogue Protocol, Exit Strategy, Network Effect, Fugitive Telemetry, System Collapse, and Platform Decay. Those are the 8 books in the order that they were released, with Platform Decay not released yet until 2026. So 2017, 18, 18, 18, 20, 21, 23, and 26. Game of Thrones isn't going to be completed anytime soon, methinks. Oh well. Season 8 ruined it for me anyway. Alright, well anyway, Apple TV is available for $10 a month, features hit TV shows and movies like Ted Lasso, Severance, The Morning Show, Silo, and Shrinking. Silo is awesome. I've never watched Shrinking or The Morning Show, well, I didn't really like Severance. It doesn't resonate with me, and I have yet to look at Ted Lasso, even though people say that it's great. But Murderbot is absolutely hilarious, even with its outlandish violence. I mean, it's really over the top violent, but it's a lot of fun still to watch. Let's keep going. The next article is over at Hatch Ideas as well. It's sourced, though, from another site. Like all of our news, we aggregate news, and I use my site to manage my information overload by cataloging it all into 6 main categories and 50 channels, 7 of which got turned into shows. 6, though, are maybe going to be backed off quite a bit. I may just make it a list and part of Patreon, where you can get a bunch of links that are highlighted a little bit. And we'll still do the Non Sequitur News show Monday through Friday. But we will have to see what the future holds. But you let me know in the comments over on YouTube. Obviously, Twitch doesn't have a long-term storage for post-show commentary. But you let me know what you think about this. You can send an email to mayor@ohmTown.com. So the Pentagon has become the largest shareholder in rare earth miner MP Materials, according to this report, and shares surged 40%. Doug Burgum said in April that the administration was considering equity investment in critical mineral miners to compete with China, trending towards something that I'm not really a big fan of, which is the federalization of corporations. Usually technology exchange is spun out and information, certain things, technology is shared, but it doesn't become a major investor in companies as far as I know. But hey, maybe something has changed. Spencer Kimball put the article together. It's over at cnbc.com. The Defense Department will buy 400 million shares of preferred stock in MP Materials. MP Materials stock surged 50% upon the news. MP Materials owns the only operational rare earth mine in the U.S. at Mountain Pass, California. It'll build a second magnet manufacturing facility in the U.S. with the support of the Pentagon, and rare earths are key components in a range of military weapons systems. So yeah, soared 50% to close at 45.23. I'm sure everything was above board. Nobody had any insider information or invested in the company prior to the purchase, acquisition, disclosure. So public-private partnerships are what I was talking about, but the Pentagon is buying a newly created class of preferred shares convertible into MP Materials common stock in addition to warrant convertible at $30.03 a share for 10 years that allows the U.S. to buy additional common stock. The U.S. Yeah. All right. Anyway, there's a lot more over here at this article, but I'm going to bounce. Y'all can go and check it out. Yeah, that's it. So I will see y'all later, and I'm going to try and rejigger everything and do the Non Sequitur news show for Friday the 11th here on the other side. So see you in a little bit, but be sure to follow us, like, subscribe, ring the bell, tell a friend, download the podcasts, etc., etc. Be sure to download Non Sequitur News. That's where most of the news is coming out of ohmTown. So we'll see y'all in a little bit. Bye-bye.